Well, I had a day job. I worked in a big company. It was a big bank. And one day my boss called me in, and I was a sort of identified as a management, potential type of person early on. And my boss called me in and said, I don't know how to tell you this, but the media has discovered that we don't have any diversity in senior management. And they said, we won't ever be able to promote you because you're a white male. And I was told this directly, by the way. I want to make clear, I'm not interpreting. This is what my boss, a white woman, told me. And she was saying it apologetically, like it's not my decision, it's coming from the top, but don't expect to get a promotion. So I left, left as soon as I could. Got a job at the phone company, got on the management track, and a few years in, my boss called me in his office, and he said, I don't know how to tell you this, but the media realized we have no diversity in senior management. And until further notice, and we don't know how long that's going to last, you cannot be promoted because you're a white male. And that was the point where I thought, maybe I need to work somewhere that doesn't have a boss. maybe the boss is the problem, right? Now, I had very specific problems that were coincidentally the same, but having a boss is never a good idea. So I thought, well, let's try some things. And one of the things I tried, it wasn't the only thing I tried, but was cartooning. And I submitted some comics, that's the short version. And one syndication company said yes, and the rest was Dilbert history.
Now, how's the comic community treated you since you came out of the closet as a Trump supporter?
Every once in a while I get the tweet that says, I will never read another Dilbert comic. I'm burning my Dilbert book. But I think for every one person who does that, there's still 9 who didn't pay attention to politics before. They're not paying attention to it now. They just like their Dilbert comic.
And so you talked a little bit about the fact that coming out politically in the area where you live was actually a dangerous thing. So what's been the response in the area you live? Because you obviously live in a very left-leaning area of California.
Yeah, so in Northern California is where the San Jose situation happened during the primaries, when some Trump supporters got attacked just walking to their cars, literally doing nothing but walking to their cars. And that was about the time I realized that it's actually physically dangerous. And I was also getting tons of troll traffic, and who knows how much are paid trolls and how much are not. But a lot of them were branding me Joseph Goebbels, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So Hitler's, PR person. Now, here's the thing. When they're labeling the president killer, and they're labeling me as just a supporter, explaining his technique as Joseph Goebbels, you're creating a situation where it's approval to punch me. It's approval to hit me. Because you wouldn't say, go hit a candidate running for Congress, but you would say, go kill Hitler. And if the situation were reversed, and I thought it was a real Hitler, like a real Hitler, and I could stop him, I'd kill him. I hope you would too, right? So that situation was becoming real in people's minds. It had left politics and had entered the realm of, yeah, I think there's a real Hitler coming, and that might be his little buddy. We better get him first. So I stopped appearing in public.
Wow.
So I don't do any public stuff if I can avoid it. I've done a few, but only if I had to.